Welcome to this explainer where we're diving into a massive, high-stakes shift currently shaking up the world of CAD design, and more importantly, what it means for your career. If you spend your days drafting, designing, or managing engineering projects, well, you probably already feel it. The ground beneath your feet is shifting. Today, we're breaking down a comprehensive analysis of exactly where artificial intelligence is taking traditional AutoCAD skills by the year 2035. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's tackle the elephant in the room. It's an uncomfortable question, right? Will your drafting skills be obsolete? Because AI is no longer just hovering on the fringes of computer-aided design, it is moving straight into the absolute center of everyday drafting, and it's happening so much faster than anyone really expected. The question isn't whether AI will change how we draw anymore. The real question is whether all that manual command knowledge, the repetitive drawing production, those established routines you've spent literally years perfecting, will they carry the exact same market value a decade from now?
Now, if you're thinking this is just some distant sci-fi scenario, take a look at this data. According to recent reports from Autodesk, a whopping 46% of design and make leaders already expect AI skills to be a top hiring priority. Just think about that. Nearly half the industry is actively seeking out an entirely new breed of professional right now. The rules of the game are changing for sure. All right, moving to Section 1, the new drafting reality, from manual production to automated supervision. So look, traditional manual command knowledge is still absolutely essential today. But tools like AutoCAD 2027 and Autodesk AI, they are aggressively soaking up all those repetitive workflows. Think about features like prompt-driven workflows, smart blocks that instantly detect and convert repeated geometry, or markup assist that basically reads revision instructions for you. Individually, yeah, they seem like nice little time savers, but collectively, this is a massive shift. It's literally turning drafters from sheer producers of geometry into supervisors of automated decisions. Which brings us to Section 2, Hidden Dangers by 2035, the risks of the automated descent. Okay, here's where things get a bit dicey. There are 4 systemic threats here that could quietly wreck your career resilience by 2035. First up, the commoditization of routine drafting. If plans can just be generated instantly, manually produced work is going to look incredibly slow. That drives down fees and wipes out junior roles. Second, de-skilling. If you're constantly relying on auto-placed blocks, you eventually start forgetting the underlying standards. It's like losing your muscle memory. Third, unchecked errors. AI systems are notorious for generating outputs that look geometrically flawless, but completely violate real-world building codes. And finally, unequal access. The whole profession could fracture purely based on who has the budget for high-end AI subscriptions on hardware. This quote really hits the nail on the head. The crucial point here is that accepting those automatically placed blocks might make you look like an absolute productivity machine today, but it can quietly gut the technical resilience of your entire organization tomorrow. What happens when a corrupted file demands manual intervention, and suddenly nobody in the office remembers the underlying logic? Complete panic. And guys, this shift is moving at a breakneck pace. To put this into perspective, the World Economic Forum warns that nearly 40% of all job skills could change by 2030. 40%. That is a staggering number. It highlights that just crossing your fingers and hoping things stay the way they are, passive workforce planning, is an incredibly risky bet. Let's look at Section 3, the cost of inaction, when speed replaces accuracy. Think about how most of us started out. If employers use AI to just automate away all that entry-level, repetitive grunt work, they completely destroy the traditional career ladder. Sure, repetitive drafting isn't exactly glamorous, but it is exactly how beginners learn drawing discipline. It's how you learn document coordination and actually see the consequences of tiny errors. If you just remove those early roles, the pipeline that produces experienced senior reviewers basically snaps in half. That leads to a massive skill shortage down the road. And this sets us up for twin failures if organizations aren't careful. First, you've got an education failure. Imagine schools just teaching students how to write prompts. Graduates will know how to operate the software, but they'll completely lack the fundamental knowledge of scale, standards, and geometry. Second, and this is a big one, a data governance failure. It is incredibly risky for a company to instantly generate a drawing, only to accidentally leak proprietary client data because they didn't have strict internal rules about what could actually be fed into a cloud-based AI tool. Yikes. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Moving on to Section 4, breakthroughs that change everything, AI as an accelerator. Instead of viewing AI purely as a threat to human labor, the data actually presents a really exciting positive case, where AI acts as a massive accelerator for your capabilities. Imagine using generative design to instantly test thousands of layout alternatives against your specific goals, or leveraging natural language interaction to just make your workflows buttery smooth. AI can also run wildly complex sustainability analyses in seconds. And, this is huge, catch expensive downstream coordination conflicts like structural clashes way before a single shovel hits the dirt on site. And we're already seeing this shift into real-world applications. Check out this research for 2025. 39% of design leaders are already leveraging AI specifically for sustainability goals. That proves AI's real value goes so far beyond just raw drafting speed. It's about processing complex information that's honestly just too difficult for any one person to juggle manually.
I absolutely love this quote because it captures the ultimate goal perfectly. The real breakthrough isn't just having a machine that mindlessly pumps out drawings faster. No, it's building a human-led system. A system where professionals use the software to make smarter, highly accountable engineering decisions that are just vastly less wasteful.
So how do we get there? Section 5. How professionals must adapt. Your blueprint for 2035. The sources lay out this really clear, mandatory 3-step blueprint for staying relevant. Step 1, protect your foundational competence. You still absolutely need to know your coordinates, your layers, your standards, because you are the essential verification layer for all that automated work. Step 2, add complementary skills that machines are terrible at. Things like design reasoning, complex interdisciplinary coordination, or even basic programming like AutoLisp to actually control the automation. And step 3, practice structured AI use. Basically, don't experiment on live high-stakes projects. Start with low-risk tasks, track the time you save, and always have a human verification method in place. Take a really close look at this comparison. The single safest career move you can make for 2035 is actively shedding this obsolete identity of the fast drafter, whose whole identity is wrapped up in memorizing manual commands. You've got to pivot. You need to become the resilient professional, the one who understands the core engineering, who can expertly direct the AI, verify its messy outputs, and confidently explain those intelligent workflows to stakeholders. Which brings us to our final section, Section 6, 2 Futures, 1 Choice, the crossroads of CAD. We are quite literally at a crossroads here, and 2 very different futures are possible. The negative future? That's where firms just ruthlessly chase cheap speed. They slash their training budgets, blindly trust these opaque AI outputs, and realize way too late that they've missed incredibly costly mistakes. But the positive future is totally within reach. That's a world where AI happily handles the mundane, repetitive grinds, freeing up human professionals to tackle complex physical constraints, deeply understand what the client actually needs, and test out brilliant design alternatives. The bottom line here, and the International Labor Organization actually backs this up, is that AI is poised to transform specific tasks. It's not going to eliminate the entire profession. Full automation of architecture and engineering? Highly unlikely. We still have physical safety, building regulations, and professional accountability to worry about. The people who combine strong technical CAD foundations with intelligent AI oversight are about to become more valuable than ever before. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Take a moment, think about your own daily workflows and your current skill sets, and ask yourself this. Will you learn to lead AI, stepping up as that essential strategic reviewer, or will you wait until employers decide they only need the software? You need to decide which side of the crossroads you want to be standing on by 2035. Start building that resilient identity today.